Good afternoon, and welcome to the Water, Food, Energy Nexus. I'm going to share my screen and get started. Water, food, energy. I grew up playing in the waters of a river and completed my architectural thesis at the College of Architecture and Planning at Ball State on the rivers, bringing the people to the rivers to the people, and the rivers to the city. Ever since then, wherever I've lived, I've looked deeply into the water sources. And with my architectural practice as an environmental design and architect, I work on green initiatives with my partner from Chicago to Milwaukee, Madison to Minneapolis. And then finally, what I'm going to share with you today is an e-learning resource that you can share with your students as you and they pursue this water, food, energy nexus to open awareness, to develop appreciation for the earth that we've been given to live on, and to develop advocacy for its stewardship. You see, we live in a designed world. Humans and nature contribute all across these 9 connected scales. Nature, which was here billions of years before humans, and our own are quite different. And we're finally to the stage in the 21st century of really learning from each other a lot more and changing some of the systems that we use. The big question for the water, food, energy nexus is how can we connect architecture and the built environment with the health of larger earth, air, energy, and water systems? So you see that there is a complexity to each of these simple topics. And we now know that our world is finite, but Einstein tells us that our imagination is infinite. And now more than ever, we most definitely need human imagination to change and evolve our course. Our future will be with Nexus Systems thinkers. The e-learning resource that's available on your phone, your iPad, your computer is a STEAM design e-learning resource that adds its art and the environment, connected to creative careers for transdisciplinary futures. There it is. The CC stands for Curiosity and Compassion. You can click on it anytime on your phone, on your iPad, or on your computer. It introduces 4 types of journeys. Tools are everything that artists, scientists, environmentalists, and engineers, biologists, biomimicries, biophilists use to learn from the world, observing it, documenting it, finding out how it works, and then contributing to it. Languages introduce principles of ideas and vocabulary that are testable across K-12. Discovery introduces systems thinking across complex topics, across the hydrosphere, the geosphere, lithosphere, biosphere, and atmosphere. And then finally, design opportunities. Design, by and large, is not taught in K-12 in the United States, though it is in other countries. And it's very important that students who make up, K-12 students who make up approximately quarter to a third of the world's population, are given an opportunity to participate in building a better and more just future. We've clicked on that link, Sunlight. It's a tools journey, and it introduces as a brief introduction 3 to 10 activities, a review, an explore link, a relate, and a gallery. Each of those activities asks the students to do a place-based project somewhere in their school campus, at home, and in their school community. They might draw the same window over 4 different times of the day, really beginning to become sensitive how important it is for light in our optic world. They might then take pictures of windows and use different scrims and screens to see how it can be translated into a shade or a translucent or an opaque surface. They may create a light box and light it from different directions, seeing how it completely changes our perception of what we're looking at and navigating. Or they might look at the science of what light does when it hits a material or surface. It might diffract, it might be absorbed, its heat and its light, it might scatter, reflect, and so on. And of course, the beauty of the visible part of the electromagnetic spectrum, how we see different colors, and how it is only a bit of the electromagnetic spectrum that is part of our life. The quick review, you can check your answers, and then the delight. Teachers often on Friday say we're studying water or sunlight. Go to the sunlight journey, find 3 inventions and/or careers, or one site that really interests you. Per teacher request, they said, "That's been so great. We don't know where to start next." And we added a relate journey. If you're interested in continuing a theme, we have topics, there's about 20 of them, like water, like food, like energy. You can continue. So before you leave today, click on something, your phone, your computer, on next.cc. Click one or several of the scales, click one or several combination of subjects, and the journeys will toggle. Each of them are alphabetical by the type. Then pick the one you want, whether it's coding or atoms or colors or biomimicry or architecture and music. You can upload your work, read all of our research, see videos of our workshops, our teacher professional development, and curriculum consulting, which is basically taking project-based learning horizontally across the linear vertical subjects that are taught in K-12 every year. We will leave you right now with the Bonn 2011 Stockholm Accord, which was the first time that the Water Food Energy Nexus was presented to UNESCO.
Water, energy, food, all essential to human life and all interconnected. How so? Let's start with the most basic element, water. We need water to make our crops grow and to produce our energy. For instance, to cool power plants and to grow biofuels. Every year, the world uses 580 billion cubic meters of water for energy. That's over 200 million Olympic-sized swimming pools. But we also need energy to treat our water and to transport our food from field to table. Take this steak. There's more to it than meets the eye. It took over 3,000 litres of water to make this steak, and producing it used 35 times more energy than you'll get out of it. The world is hungry for food. Food is hungry for energy, and energy production is thirsty work. These 3 essential resources are already under stress, but soon they will be pushed to their limits. By 2050, the world will have 9 billion mouths to feed. Between now and then, we'll have to produce more food than we've produced in the last 8,000 years. More food means more energy, and that means we're going to need a lot more water. But in a changing climate, we're going to have to achieve more with less. Water, energy, food. The connections just keep growing. Understanding their interconnections is the essence of Nexus thinking. Designing smart and sustainable policies is the essence of Nexus action. Water.
Wonderful. We'll take a break and we'll come back and start with water journeys. Thank you for your attention.